Inspired and tired, that's the gist of our podcast. Inspired, but we're tired. Should we create or should we take a nap?
Create.
Nap. We should definitely nap.
Chase, we're doing the show.
That's right. Of course we're doing the show. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Yeah. Inspired and Tired with your hosts, Chase and London.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here with you today, Chase.
I'm so happy to be here with you.
We're back again. Chapter 7, Artist Way on our podcast.
Chapter 7, Artist Way.
Inspired and Tired, where we are unlocking creativity and just going with the flow of the life of an artist.
Yes, we both have creative careers, if you will, and we're always trying to figure out tools to live a creative life all the time. And so The Artist Way is our number one go-to book that we always go back to. So we're doing The Artist Way with you on this podcast, and we have made it to chapter 7.
Oh, it's a journey. My gosh, because right now in my artist path, I'm at one of those times where I've had a lot of work and now I'm kind of in this point where I'm waiting for my next job and opportunities are popping up, good opportunities, but nothing is fully clicked. So I get very nervous when I'm not working as an artist because I feel like, what's going to happen? Am I done?
Questions for you as I was taking notes in this chapter.
Oh, you do?
I'd love to hear.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to those.
How are you feeling, though, artistically today? Scale of 1 to 10.
Today? 6, because I did a lot of the tools and chapter stuff today, so I'm feeling inspired.
You're feeling, I know on my drive here.
I'm feeling inspired, not tired.
Same. I was driving here and I'm like, I am in this. I am in the flow. I am good.
Yeah.
And then last night, not feeling that way. But it goes up
like
this. Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited to talk to you about chapter 7. I enjoyed this chapter.
I did too. It was quick. And usually I listen to the audiobook. Today,
you read it.
I read it.
And you keep saying it was quick. It was the same length as every other chapter.
Well, for me, when I was looking through, I was like, this is not that bad.
Well, maybe
it's a quick
should
read.
Start reading it.
Maybe I should. I even highlighted as I went. It was a very nice process. So,
well, I'd love to hear what you highlighted. We'll go through page by page.
Yeah.
And then get to the exercises.
Definitely. An overview, I'd say, of chapter 7 is, well, it's called Recovering a Sense of Connection. And my main pulls from it, we talk about perfectionism, we talk about jealousy, and just kind of things that stop you from pursuing what you truly love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how to get back into doing it.
There you go.
So, okay, great. Great job, London. Great
Thanks.
recap.
Thank you.
So the first thing that it talks about in this chapter is listening. And it says, Julie Cameron R.
Julia.
Oh my God, Julia.
We always mess up her name.
Oh my God, what'd you say last time?
Julia Childs.
Okay, Julia Cameron says, art is not about thinking something up. It's about getting something down. And so she goes back to the artist date and the morning pages, which are the two things she says you're supposed to do every week. And the artist date is for picking up the voice of inspiration. The morning pages train us to hear past our censor. Now, last episode, we told each other that we would do morning pages every day. So how'd you do?
I did great. It's just continually a lot of venting. It's a lot of complaining. It's a lot of you got to do this.
You did it, though, every morning?
I did it every morning. And
by the way, we recorded our
a
last
little
episode
early. So
only
it wasn't a full
ago.
7 days.
It wasn't a full 7 days. Okay.
But it was still really good to do. It was continually a lot of manifestation, my mantras, artist prayers, things like that. You are enough, you are enough, you are enough. Writing down my mantras for how much I want to earn this year. So a lot of dollar signs going on those pages, filled with to-do lists.
Do you doodle a lot on it?
I don't do. I draw some hearts and money signs a lot.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah, maybe some straight
interesting.
lines shooting out from words that are important.
Oh. So your morning pages are a lot like affirmations,
To-do lists,
to-do lists.
things that I want to achieve, maybe jobs that I have possibly on the horizon that I want to get. I try to manifest the heck out of it. And let me tell you. So I'm going to Austin this week for a bachelorette party. Not mine this time. And it's supposed to be raining all weekend.
Of course.
So my friend is texting me. She's just devastated. And I was like, don't worry. I'm going to manifest this for you. Today, I open up the weather app, sunshine.
No, do we really believe that you did that?
I really don't, but I told her, it worked.
Wow. Because I have a hard time believing that we can manifest the weather.
Let me just say it didn't hurt. Okay. Sunshine.
Wow.
Not just sunshine, over 100 degrees.
Austin is like that because when I was supposed to be in Austin in May, the weather said raining, raining, raining. We got there, no rain.
Well, and that was zero manifestation?
I didn't do any manifestation. I love the rain. So it wasn't an issue for me.
Yeah,
but
we're going on a boat, so
yeah,
I hope there's no rain.
Good job manifesting the sunshine.
Thank you.
And that's from your morning pages.
Yes.
I did my morning pages. I missed one of the days.
Okay. It's all right.
God. But other than that, I woke up. I put it in my calendar. Like today I had yoga at 9. So I put in my calendar 8:20 morning pages to 8:50. And I set my alarm for 8 a.m. so I could get up, make my tea, brush my teeth, wash my face. Okay.
I love it.
So it's being in my calendar has helped so much actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put on I've been putting on some really calming music while I do it. And it's
Lo-fi beats.
No, but I do love a lo-fi
I know you do.
It's this playlist I have on Spotify called Ceremony, and it's a lot of drumming.
Oh, okay. Ceremony.
I named it that. So, I've been finding I've gotten really real with myself.
Uh-huh.
I've been going chase, let's get down to it, and I'm going deep.
Oh, yeah?
These are I don't want to get too personal here on air. But
you're going deep.
I'm going deep.
Okay.
Going, why are these things bothering me? What can I do about it? And so yeah, the morning pages have been good in that sense. And I feel like I've had this time just for me in the morning that's been so beautiful.
That is beautiful.
So I'm glad we made ourselves do the morning pages this week.
Yeah, there's this exercise I've heard of before where you ask 7 whys. And so you say, trouble that you're having with something, and then you say why, and then you try to get clear with that, and then why you get the gist.
Yeah, it's like the little kid that's like, but why is the sky blue? Well, because of
but why? Yeah. Okay, you get it. But that could be a good tool for getting even deeper on your morning pages.
Yeah, I thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's helpful. So, anyways.
So back to art is not about thinking something up. It's about the opposite, getting something done. Down.
Because
see, this is why I don't read it.
Getting something down. Because what she's saying, I bracketed this, so let me see why. Okay. If we're thinking something up, we're straining to reach for something that's just beyond our grasp. When we're getting something down, there's no strain. We're not doing, we're getting. Someone or something else is doing the doing. Instead of reaching for inventions, we're engaged in listening. So that's kind of like a deep breath. You're not grasping for the creativity.
It's already inside of you, and now we're just putting it out there and seeing what comes out. And for me, that's always helpful with a lot sometimes people get so caught up in all these things that you have to do to achieve something that you never end up doing it because it's so big or lofty of a goal. And just starting somewhere and actually doing it and putting something down, it begins that process for you and makes it feel more achievable.
Yes. And this, because we've obviously, as I've said, we've done the Artist's Way so many times.
Mm-hmm.
This page right here has stuck with me since the first time we've done it. Because they say, like Julia Cameron says, she reminds her students that their movie already exists. Their job is to listen for it and write it down. Like, it's already there. We just have to listen and like put it on paper. And it's by like dropping down into your well, into the stream, is the way she talks about it. But she says some people might have a better time if you think about it as a radio frequency and you're just tuning to the right frequency. Like, it's already there. What do you feel helps you better, into the stream or a radio frequency?
I think into the stream. For me, I love water. I'm a Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio. I'm a Pisces.
Yeah.
We like water.
We like water.
Okay.
So just like the flow and things just flowing, and the feeling of it should be easy and just like natural, is the way that I like to look at it. But also, it's a lot about listening. She says that actors in the moment, they engage by listening. And they're like...
Look at you talking about acting.
Well... I took an acting class once, and oh boy.
I laugh because London's a terrible actor.
Oh, I thought I performed the heck out of this scene.
London couldn't be a worse
My
actor.
acting partner literally stood up and said, "Can we start over? I don't think it's going well." And I thought in the deepest heart of my soul that this was the best exercise I'd ever done all year in that class.
London is such a bad actor. If she has to talk in front of a camera with a script, I train her.
She trains me. So, yeah, but
anyways, good for you.
About,
for like, actors listen.
They listen, and it's about listening and being real. And when you do listen, I love like the idea of the person that's like the wisest in the room says the least. Because truly, when you do listen and don't say much, you come off as like you almost know more, and you don't need to speak to get your point across. Just blah, 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 blah. When you speak, people listen because what you say has more value, because you're not just saying
That's really
everything.
True. That's really true.
Yeah. So listening is something I always...
That's something we should do, or I should do on dates. I'm told I should sit and just shh and just listen.
Yeah, it's not like you're hosting a podcast.
I don't need to host a podcast. That's what they've told me.
Yep.
I can just sit and listen to what they have to say.
Yep. But back to the perfectionism of it.
Wait, we're not on perfectionism
sorry. The listening.
Okay.
We're on listening and getting things down. I like so many times have spent so long trying to do something and never send it. Whether it's a presentation or for work, different emails or something, I'll like put it off till the next day. Just get it done and send it out. It doesn't need to be like what you think it needs to be. Just send it.
Listen, that's beautiful, but I think that's going to
come up later.
To say that again during perfectionism.
Okay.
That doesn't have to do with listening.
I'm not perfect.
Okay, what I was going to say.
Perfect.
What I was going to say, this is more for listening, okay?
Okay.
This is a good anecdote for
Let's
listening.
hear it. I'm listening.
I've been doing yoga every day this summer. I'm calling it yoga camp. I signed up for an unlimited membership.
With yourself?
No, it's a studio.
Oh.
By my 5 minutes away. I've been going to the studio. Okay. So last episode, I think I told you that I auditioned for SNL.
Yeah. Well, yes. I don't know if it was out.
Was it on air?
I don't know if it was on air.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It was on air. But you already knew that.
Yep.
Okay. So anyways, I had to come up with 5 minutes of characters, and the like thinking up what to do was very like in my head, a lot of thinking, a lot of like grasping.
This chapter would have been good to do before the audition.
Well, and this happened without me reading the chapter. I was in yoga, in Shavasana.
Uh-huh.
That's where you just lay down. That's my favorite pose. And the like last sketch, I wanted to write a song about me thinking that I was auditioning for Saturday Night Fever, not Saturday Night Live. And I was trying to think of, I'm glad you think that's funny. Okay, good. But I couldn't think of the song. Like, I knew that was the idea. And I'm laying in Shavasana, and the whole song just
Came to you?
Came to me. I'm so eager to audition for Saturday Night Fever, and I've really put in all my work, and it all just like came to me.
It's amazing.
In Shavasana.
Oh my gosh.
So when I say listening, or when Julia says listening,
yep,
she really means just because there was no like my brain. I had already known what I wanted to do, and then letting my brain stop the monkey mind and just lay with myself. That was
what it took to bring it to fruition.
A good example.
Definitely.
Okay. Now we can get to perfectionism because you have a lot to say on that.
Well, I suppose so. Perfectionism. It's the refusal to let yourself move ahead.
I highlighted that, London.
All right.
Good job. It's a loop, an obsessive, debilitating, closed system that causes you to get stuck in the details of what you're working on or making and to lose sight of the whole.
Ugh. I never thought I was a perfectionist until I started crocheting as my actual job, because it is very hard for me, especially at the beginning. It was very hard for me to delegate because I was like, I know how to do it. I know how to do it right. That's the only way to get it done.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And
with, like,
it's impossible to grow a business, to grow yourself as a person. You can't do everything on your own. You have to ask for help, and it's not going to be perfect, and you have to be okay with that.
I literally, a question I wanted to ask you was, when have you been a perfectionist in your art? And I think you just answered it.
Yeah, that has definitely been it. And one thing with perfectionism, and I think it comes up later in the Artist's Way book, but I didn't see it in this chapter, is that Julia mentions that sometimes you have to do things twice. And that has always stuck with me. And I think it goes along with perfectionism really nicely, because do it the first time. Get it out there, make it, create it, write the song. If it's not what you want it to be, you can do it again. And like all those lessons you learned from the first time you did it, the second time I've ever done anything, it's always better. So it's not a waste to invest the time to do something once and it not be perfect. You learn from it and you make it again, and then it is better. And usually I go with that option.
Yeah, she says, like, we don't compare our student films to George Lucas's student films. Instead, we're comparing them to Star Wars. Like, don't do that. Compare your first draft to just like knowing it's a first draft, and you're not at the Star Wars level yet.
I think that's a good way to. I never actually thought of it like that.
Did you not read that part?
Oh,
I thought you read the book.
I did read the book. When have you felt like
skipped a couple pages because you thought it was so fast? Okay, yeah.
When do you feel like you're a perfectionist with your comedy?
With
anything.
With writing. I'll because I've bombed so many times, I like won't even give a joke a full shot. I'll just already judge the joke based on what I think the audience is going to think instead of what I think is funny. I'll go, oh, that's not going to get a laugh. So I'll just throw it away. And she honestly talks about that. That
she
like,
does.
Instead of enjoying the process, the perfectionist is constantly grading the results. So I'll write, even the scripts I'm writing, I won't let myself like ever let anyone see it, because I'm like, it's not ready, it's not good, because in my head it's so much better, and on paper it doesn't come out that way. So I have a really hard time with like actually putting my work out there, because I'll grade it before anyone gets a chance to see it.
Yep.
Because it's not at the level I want it to be at. It's
the same thing with me with social media now. It's like I won't even make a yarn bomb because I'm like, I know it's not going to get a lot of likes. Like, what's the point? This is embarrassing. And it's unfortunate because that definitely like stops me from just having fun with my art. And
the perfectionist, for the perfectionist, there's no first drafts. Every draft is meant to be final. The perfectionist is never satisfied. The perfectionist never says, this is pretty good, I think I'll keep going. the perfectionism is an enemy to the artist.
Definitely. So we have to both work on it, letting it go, getting it out there, even if it's not perfect.
And Paul Gardner, do you know who that is?
He said a painting is never finished. It simply stops in interesting places.
Yes.
Yes.
Great job, London.
Thank you.
I don't know who he is, but he did say that.
Yep.
And it's kind of, I feel like just because we're on the topic of SNL, it's like they always say the show isn't ready because it's done. It's ready because it's 11:30.
Oh, yeah. The project always takes however long you have.
However long you have, it's done.
There is nothing better than a good deadline. In my eyes, if you have a deadline, it's going to get done.
But like a real deadline.
A real deadline.
I give myself deadlines and it doesn't matter. Deadline. I'll be like, whatever.
Yep.
I need like the show is happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
A real deadline will get the job done because you're forced to get rid of those perfectionist things. It's like, okay, this is good enough. I have to move forward or else I'm not getting it done.
For my Christmas movie, I almost, like several times I've been like, if I just scheduled a live reading, I know it would be done by
and
the
you
live
were
reading.
Chase is writing a Christmas movie, and you were talking about that back in December of 2022, doing a live reading.
Yeah, I started writing it in 2021.
I'm still excited. All I know is
but
good
like
things.
there's
this
been
sounds like the most
no
fun.
deadline because nobody's asking for it.
Wow.
So I think this talk right here, I need to just schedule.
Yep.
And I shouldn't schedule it for December. Like if I wanted it,
Christmas in July, baby.
Yeah, if I want it to get done July 25th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's quick.
Done. I don't know when this episode's coming out, but it's only July 3rd right now, so I have a little bit of time.
You got some time.
Hold on.
So, bless you. You're getting allergic to the script.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Okay, so she asked, what would I do if I didn't have to do it perfectly?
And this is on the topic of risk. So now we're away from perfectionism and we've gone to risk. I think what page are you on, Linda?
I'm on page 121.
Okay, me too. Good job. Okay, so
thank you.
Okay, good job. So yeah, what would you do if you didn't have to do it perfectly?
So on another page, it actually asks us to write it down. Maybe I just did, but I said I would do another 30-day challenge of yarn bombing. So when I started...
Yeah, tell this story.
Yeah, I had a full-time job working at Apple and selling computers and iPhones. Not like anything crazy. But
not Steve Jobs.
Right.
Okay.
So it was a 9-to-5 job, full-time job. About 2.5 years in, I got a little bored and stuck, and I made a list of all the things I love to do. And crocheting was at the top of the list. And it was like the universe presented me with this woman named Oleg. She was dressed in a head-to-toe crocheted outfit, and I never knew you could crochet anything besides scarves. So when I saw her walk in, I was just like shocked and sold her the computer. I reprinted the receipt to find her name, Googled her name, and I found out through the search results something called yarn bombing. And I had listened to a TED Talk, and what it said is, if you want to do something, if you love it, do it for 30 days, and then it will become a habit. And if you really love it, that'll be easy. So I saw these trees wrapped in crochet, so I ran home the very next day, took a scarf I made, wrapped it around a tree outside of my house in Brooklyn. It stayed up, and I was like, all right, this is my 30-day challenge. And every day for 30 days, I put something outside, left it there for people to enjoy, and started an Instagram account right then and there. And it was amazing. No one was watching at the time, so it was just me. And immediately, like, good things started happening through those 30 days. But it was a way for me to get very creative and figure out my style and just have, like, fun. And I think I need to bring that fun back.
I agree. London is being so humble. In those 30 days, Starbucks got a hold of her.
No, that was a year later.
London. Okay.
Chase.
London. What else happened? Something good happened.
I've told the story on this.
She got into Fashion Week.
Right, but I've told it on this podcast before how they didn't end up using the accessories.
But you still got in it.
I think I got in I think the Huffington Post was a big thing at the time, and they did an article on me.
You did Village Voice.
Yeah, that wasn't within the 30 days, though.
Okay. Those 30 days, I thought everything.
No. The 30 days, it was just like little signs. Definitely like getting reached out to by the fashion brand was really cool. The Huffington Post thing was really cool. People taking pictures of it and sharing it was very, like, that in itself was like more than I ever thought would come of it. And I think it was just very freeing. And now I'm at a point, that was in 2013. It's 10 years ago.
Wow.
I think it's time for me
do
to kind of have another like renaissance.
Me too.
With my style and with my artwork, and just like social media is a whole other beast now. And so I think it could be fun to just like forget about the likes, forget about what people think again, and just allow myself to do that.
I love that, because also like with social media being a whole new thing, you did that in 2013, you said? Because I took after London and did a 30-day challenge. Was it 2016, where I made a video every day?
That's right.
And at that point, I thought it was too late for me. I thought Instagram, like, there was no chance to gain a following on Instagram in 2016. And now I look back and it's like, are you kidding me? But anyways,
but so what's crazy,
I think we always think that it's too late, and it never is.
It never is. And what's crazy, though, in 2013, at that time, no one was using social media like they were. By the time 2016 did come around, you were thinking about the following and the likes and the...
2013, it was in its infancy.
There was nothing to compare yourself to.
We were so proud of London. Oh, still are, but man, she had gained a following so fast with those yarn bombs. Okay, so
that's what I would want to do if I didn't have to do it perfectly, because it wouldn't
another
be
30-day challenge.
I couldn't do crazy, amazing yarn bombs every day for 30 days, but I could get creative and be unique and push myself in a different way than I have. What would you do if you didn't have to do it perfectly?
My answer from I don't know what year I did this was learn Chinese. So that hasn't stuck. I didn't really do that.
You tried for a while.
That was like in middle school.
Sure, yeah.
We
had the audio tapes in the car, and
that's real Chinese, but I don't
exactly
do it properly. Okay, I would say the answer that like was coming to me was
what's for now
is kind of the like sketch comedy content on social media that I like always watch people do, and I go, I could do that, but I don't do it. And I think there's like enough out there, and why should I add to it? And
but it has to be for you, though. You can't be doing something for other people.
Right. It would be because I actually want to do it. I'm just not, because I think it has to be perfect. Or
exactly.
Yeah. So that's risk. What did I write? Usually when we say we can't do something, what we mean is that we want to do we won't do something unless we guarantee that we'll do it perfectly.
Which is impossible. I can't do anything perfectly.
So do it. If you win,
just do it, people.
And if you lose, you win. Because Julia says, to put it differently, very often a risk is worth taking simply for the sake of taking it. There is something enlivening about expanding our self-definition, and a risk does exactly that. Viewed this way, running a marathon increases your chances of writing a full-length play. Writing a full-length play gives you a leg up on a marathon.
I was a little confused with that statement, honestly, but I get the point. It's like if you can do one thing that's very challenging, you have a better success at trying it again and doing something else very challenging, but they're really apples and oranges, if you ask me.
Is it kind of like just believing like, oh, I know now that I can finish something?
That could be it.
Right? Just like with dance. Okay, so we both grew up dancing, and there's certain things, because I've been doing so much yoga, I used to be able to do the splits, okay? Easy peasy. Now I can't. It's been too long. But in yoga, we were like doing half splits, and he was like, if you want to go down to the full splits, you can. And I was like, yeah, I can. And I was like, oh, I can't. But I had this belief that I could.
So you just went for it.
And I tried for it. No problem. And I think it's that
It's
like
that.
it's that belief. Is that a good anecdote?
It works. I could see that.
It's just that belief.
You gotta
like,
believe it's possible.
Knowing you've done something in the past makes it a lot easier to know you can do something again.
And you know
so
what?
just start doing it.
Even though you didn't do the splits perfectly, you went for it.
And guess what? You know what I told myself?
What?
I'll be doing them next week. Like I had no, I wasn't like darn.
Darn.
Like,
I've
I just
lost
need a
my
couple more
splits forever.
stretches.
Oh man. All right. So on the next page,
We're
we
on
have
to jealousy, London.
no, we have a whole list of things that Julia gives you options for what you would do if you didn't want to do it, if you didn't do it perfectly. Is there anything else on this list that she's listed that stands out to you?
She is so funny.
Because being a platinum blonde, I've always wanted to do that.
She says, yeah. She says, if I didn't have to do it perfectly, I would try stand-up comedy, modern dancing, whitewater rafting, archery, learning German, figure drawing, figure skating, platinum blonde, puppeteering, trapeze.
It goes on and on and on.
It goes on and on.
She gives you a lot of choices.
Learning
but like
to shoot video, learning to ride a bike.
I don't know how hard it is if you don't do it perfectly. Where's this vacation one she has?
Spontaneous tropical
mean,
vacation.
I think if I go on a tropical vacation, I'm going to nail it. I think I'm going to.
You're right.
I think I got that down.
Yeah, so listen.
If you want to do water ballet,
Try
it. Try it. Yeah. Okay, now we go into jealousy.
Yes.
These all go hand in hand like a perfect ham because they all
like
have
a perfect ham?
hand.
Oh.
They're just, it's just like jealousy goes with perfectionism. All these things kind of touch on each other. And
this one was a good one.
It really was, because it makes me think back to week 6 when we talked about the 1,000 pink beautiful flowers.
Me too. I thought about the same.
And there's plenty of space for all of us to do whatever we want. And we don't need to be jealous of others who are doing it.
Yes. So I wrote a couple things down. Did you?
Well, I wrote goes back to thousands of pink flowers.
So I wrote jealousy is a map. It's a mask for fear of doing something you really want to do, but not yet brave enough to.
I love that, because that's true. If you're jealous of someone for what they're doing, even if it's outside of what you're trying to pursue, take a closer look, because...
Yeah, because Julia Child was... what is it?
Cameron.
Julia Cameron.
I thought for a second you were going to talk about the passion of the cooking.
No, Julia Cameron. She has never been resentful towards, what did she
like
say?
a
women novelists.
writers. Yeah.
She's never been, but she's been just eaten alive with jealousy with women stage playwrights. So it kind of gives you this map of like, oh, I'm not jealous of novelists. I clearly don't have this like desire to do that. The stage playwrights, she had so much jealousy, which tells her that's something she actually wants to be doing. So anytime you're jealous, be like, oh, I'm jealous because my artist within me really wants to do that. And I'm not doing it out of fear.
And you got to ask yourself, why are you jealous? And get clear on what the jealousy is exactly to then help you unblock that.
So that was the jealousy map. She gives an exercise for us to do. She says, when jealousy bites like a snake bite, it requires an immediate antidote. On paper, make your jealousy map. Did you do it?
You know, I actually didn't.
Okay, I did.
Okay, let's hear yours.
So you're supposed to say who you're jealous of, why you're jealous of them, and then your action anecdote. So the first one, she said she's jealous of her sister Libby. She has a real art studio, and the anecdote is to fix the spare room. Her friend
Libby wants an art space.
Her friend Ed writes good crime novels. That's why she's jealous. And the anecdote is trying to write one herself. So do we get the...
Yeah.
I put, there's this comedian in New York who is just like, why am I jealous? Her career. And she's very just like, I'm the best. So I think my action was affirmations on self-worth, because I think a lot of my career is actually in line with hers, and I just need to have that attitude of.
Yeah. Same with, like, I know I didn't physically write them down, but I was thinking through different things. And, like, when I do see people doing what I do, similar to what I do, for me, like, the action step is just make more. Like, I want to be creating more because I get jealous of what they're making. So I can make more.
Now, I get jealous a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, of people with money. And that have bought their own big
houses, yeah.
And a lot of it, I'm jealous it's family money. I'm jealous that they just have this money that they didn't, it's not necessarily theirs that they worked for. They were gifted this money. And I don't know what the antidote is because, like, I can't just be like, poof. What is it? Is it poof or poof? Poof. I have money. So my action step I wrote was learn about investing because I don't think I know about it.
Yeah, I think also, though, it's like to be grateful of your living situation and, like, for where you are. That's a tough one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I'm jealous of something that I can't make happen.
Well, according to our previous chapter, you certainly can manifest that money.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's like I kind of get bitter that, like, oh, we don't have that. And it's like I don't know anything about, like, real estate or investing in real estate. And I can just learn myself.
And, you know, another thing that I've always thought of when people talk about when we're jealous of certain things or people will come into your life that have something that you want, I like to think of it as like they were placed there as a reason, and them coming into your life means that, oh, look, I have the opportunity now to be like them, not be like them, but like learn from them and try my best to like look at it as a positive thing. Like, oh, I'm on the right path because look at these people that are coming into my life that have this value they can bring to me that I want to aspire for my own life one day.
Right. You have such a good head on your shoulders.
Well,
that's a great way to think of it.
Thank you. It's easier said than done.
The last one I put was yesterday I was at the beach and oh my God, I was fuming.
What?
At just like these beach bodies.
Okay.
These perfect beach bodies, tan, blonde hair, just like six packs, like bikini bodies. I was fuming. And I found myself just staring, angry.
So creepy. No.
I was angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're probably like 10 years younger than me and their metabolism is so much faster. But anyways, what can I do? Meal prep. I don't know.
Okay. That's a good action step. That's a good action
angry.
Step.
I fume.
I know. It's tough.
But it was such a helpful exercise because I didn't, yesterday as I was fuming, I wasn't like, what antidote can I do?
Right.
I just was fuming.
That would have been better to think about anecdotes than fume.
Yeah. Whereas like, it was good to be like, oh, I'm upset because I want that. So I can make that happen.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. We're on
to that's
another...
jealousy. It's a tricky one.
I thought it was helpful though. It is a map. It is really good to see what you want. Whenever you're jealous, I'm jealous because this is actually what I want.
Instead of just fuming.
Fuming.
We can do some steps to help us cool down.
Julia Cameron gave us
an exercise,
and we don't know why she gives us these exercises. But
yeah, this one's we're doing some sleuth work.
Okay.
About your past and just to have a chat with your artist child on why it may be tormented.
Do you want to go back and forth?
They're a little
personal.
Not necessarily, but
they're a little personal.
As a kid, I missed my chance to blink.
And do you want to say?
Well, I feel like overall we were very lucky that we did have a good childhood. We had each other. We had supportive parents. And
okay, I missed the chance to learn Spanish.
Okay.
I felt like that's something that our parents could have really just like hammered in
I
at
know.
a young
Our mom
age.
speaks Spanish.
Fluent. We
Yeah.
could have learned it. So do you want to answer now?
You still have time.
No.
Well, I
can
said to
still learn
make. I missed
Chinese,
my
too.
chance to make my own choices.
I put that
Okay.
a little later down.
But as a kid, like you don't really.
We didn't
no one really
realize.
can make your own choices. Like I just wasn't given maybe as much freedom.
I literally, as a kid, I needed more. I wrote freedom to make my own choices.
There you go.
Which, yeah, it's not anybody's fault.
Right.
You're a kid.
Yeah.
Um,
Just to get a taste of some like
as a kid, I lacked.
stability. But I don't know. Like I'm trying to think like why we moved a lot. Yeah,
We moved
that's
a
where
lot.
that
we went
came
to lots of
from.
different schools.
Exactly.
I said I lacked personal style.
What? I helped you with that.
That's your style.
Chase yeah, it's true. I would wear one thing and Chase will wear the exact same thing the next day. Like my outfit. And then one day
people
though.
would be like, didn't London wear that yesterday?
Yeah, it was great when we went to different schools. But one day Chase was like 7 and she walks in leggings and like this oversized white t-shirt with a Degas painting on it. I think you wore it for like 2 weeks because you loved the outfit so much. You put it together yourself. You were so proud.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I never will. I know exactly where we were.
That was the Davy Jones house.
No. Sea Vista.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
See, we moved.
We moved a lot. Okay. As a kid, I dreamed of being.
A businesswoman. I really just wanted to wear high heels.
Yeah.
Our Aunt Allie had this amazing closet of high heels.
That's
and
so true. I wanted
Oh.
to be a teacher so I could wear high heels.
Yeah.
Clink, clink, clink.
yeah, me too. I wanted to dress in the outfits.
As a kid, I wanted
A pool. We had one for a minute.
I wanted a big house.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In my house, we never had enough. I put junk
Time.
food.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, we never. I was thinking of
we
the
had
food.
no junk
No,
food.
no. We had almond butter before it was cool.
Yeah. For lunches, my mom would make it would be edamame and avocado rolls.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But
Yeah.
it was before it was cool.
Right.
Okay.
You got an avocado roll?
Yeah, every now and then.
I got
I mean,
a
she
tuna.
wouldn't make it. She'd buy it.
Yeah, I got like a tuna.
We had
pack.
very healthy lunches.
We did.
Yeah, you would have your tuna. You'd
Yeah.
make your
I
tuna
would
at
make my
school.
tuna at school. It was just every day. Oh,
God.
man.
Okay, so these are these
Yeah, these are-
exercises. Go ahead and do them for yourself.
What do you beat yourself up about the loss of?
I used to be so good at like we'd make up dances in the living
Yeah.
room, but I wasn't making them up for views and likes. I was making it up just
For performances for my dad.
just for performances for our parents. I lost that.
Okay.
Now every time I create, it's like, oh my God, it has to be for like
Yeah.
something, not just
Yeah.
for the pure joy of it.
I understand.
What about
I
you?
said Shep, our favorite dog.
Oh, you beat yourself up about
He's our favorite.
I
Every
put-
time I see an Aussie, I'm just like,
But I put Shep for I am sorry that I'll never see again. Shep.
oh, I put Papa.
I don't beat
Okay.
myself up about it, about the loss of it. We didn't do anything.
That's true. I had nothing to
He
do with
passed away
old
from
age.
cancer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't. You didn't do a
I
thing.
know.
Okay, don't beat yourself up about that, London.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
But we both put Chef.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Okay, then she wants you.
We've also had lots of lots
Yeah,
of houses,
lots of
lots of dogs. So
dogs.
the fact we both picked Shep.
He was a star.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The next thing is another sleuth work.
But more positive.
More positive. Let's just pick a few.
Okay.
I have a loyal friend in.
Always you.
I know you were first for me too.
Yeah.
One thing I like about my town is.
It's artsy.
Oh yeah, I like the scene. Like I like the houses.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrote this clearly in college. It's full of 20-year-olds.
Wait, so your answer may be different now.
No, I did. My answer now
You
is
just
the
wrote, it's
houses.
full of 30-year-olds.
It's not. It's full of families. I
Yeah.
don't love that. I think I have nice.
I think,
1, 2, 3.
outlook
eyes.
on life.
Oh, well, eyes, outlook.
Yeah.
Interesting. London has really nice eyes. I think you're being humble.
I didn't even think of that.
You didn't?
No.
Oh.
But thank you.
Everyone compliments you on your eyes.
Yeah.
Writing my morning pages have shown me I can
improve.
I can, what did I say? Give myself me time.
That's true. You've been working on that.
I'm taking a greater interest in
gardening.
Yoga.
So these are fun. I think this goal was to show you like where you started and where you are now. And like,
yeah, like
we have more control.
How far have you come by working with all these tools?
Mm-hmm.
So
and then we get in the tasks.
We're on to the tasks.
Yeah.
How fun.
How fun.
Okay.
So, number 1, it says, make this phrase mantra, and I love it.
This one is London's favorite.
No.
There's another one.
You take care of the quality. I'll take care of the quantity.
That
is my favorite.
Later. Okay.
This one is treating myself like a precious object will make me strong. So she wants you to write it down or watercolor or crayon.
Or calligraphy it.
Post it somewhere in your house, on your wall. I ended up drawing it on my phone using the paper app, and I set it as the wallpaper of my lock screen.
Do you want to show us?
Oh, it's kind of...
I did a collage on my phone with the app Shuffles, and I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, yours is nice.
It's a collage app, which makes it fun.
Mine is just, you don't know what it is.
Oh, I love that.
But I know what it is.
Well, show the camera.
Well, I have some text messages. Let me clear them.
Okay.
I'm glad you love it. You can't really tell, but I know what it is, so therefore it works.
And basically, do I love the message? Treating myself like a precious object makes me strong.
Yep.
Okay, so give yourself time out. Task number 2. Give yourself time out to listen to one side of an album just for joy. Did you do it, London?
I did. We even have a record player.
What did you listen to?
I listened to this funky 1970s style band. We have a random record because I don't even know the name of the band, but it is so good. I listened to funky music. I put it on. I let the wheel spin. And truly a record is like a 20-minute listen. It's pretty quick.
That's what she says. She says, just notice how just 20 minutes can refresh you.
It definitely brought the vibes into my apartment.
And that is considered an artist date, she says. I listened to... Okay, so London and I don't want to speak for you, but I think I'm right. We're not big music people.
Right.
Honestly, it felt like a chore having to listen to an album and just sit there. Like, I would rather put on an Eckhart Tolle talk. I'd rather learn something than sit there and listen to music. So I kind of didn't enjoy it. And then I was like, okay, why do I have all these thoughts?
What were you listening to?
Lana Del Rey. Okay. I listened to her new album. I loved it.
Oh.
I loved it.
You listened to a whole album?
No, I listened to the first 7 songs.
Okay.
It was about 30 minutes.
Okay. And you loved it?
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed at first that I just had to sit there and listen to music, and then I just let myself
I was
relax.
tidying up and stuff.
Oh, you weren't just listening?
Well, I was tidying my kitchen. I was cleaning.
I was driving.
Oh, okay.
And usually I would want to put on
I can't just sit for 20 minutes
and listen to an album.
I mean, that's like a meditation.
Yeah,
I guess.
no,
or you could do a shavasana.
I was thinking Lana Del Rey is a great yoga album.
All right.
I'm really into yoga right now. Okay.
Next.
Take yourself into a sacred space, a church, synagogue, library, grove of trees, and allow yourself to savor the silence and healing solitude. Each of us has a personal idea of what sacred space is. For me, a large clock store or a great aquarium store can engender a sense of timeless wonder. Experiment. What did you do?
I went to a yarn shop. It's in downtown LA. It's not Michael's, not Joann's.
It's Miguel's.
What? Wild Fiber.
What's the one that's not Michael's in downtown?
Oh, Moscatel's.
Moscatel's.
Yeah, it's associated with Michael's.
Okay.
It's their discount store in downtown LA. It's
so
great.
Okay.
No, I went to a real yarn shop, looked at the hand-dyed yarns, and I didn't buy anything. I just truly went in, looked at stuff. It was wonderful.
I always get anxious when I'm in a store just looking that the shop owner is like, okay, can I help you with anything? Like, are you going to buy anything? I get anxious just looking. You didn't?
I didn't have that anxiety.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I went to the beach and I sat and watched the ocean.
And fumed.
Well, I was fuming at one point. But the ocean, I feel like, is a very sacred space for me. And
great. That has good sounds.
Yeah, like a little, like very, very good sounds, very meditative.
Yeah.
Okay,
number 4, create one wonderful smell in your house with soup, incense, candles, whatever. I used a candle. Now, one time, it was a long time ago.
Tell me.
I accidentally ordered like 30 candles.
What do you mean?
Like, I thought I was just getting one box of 6 and I was going to use them as gifts at the holidays. But it came in a huge...
You got 6 boxes of...
It was, 5 boxes.
Okay.
And I've had them for so long, but I love the smell. But I'm always like, these are like special candles. I still can use them as gifts for the future. I cracked a fresh one open.
London, you little sneak.
I know. They're long burning. They're really good.
Wow. You know, I'm allergic to candles. But I still
You
like
have
them.
a lot.
I have so many.
Yeah.
But I usually get the unscented ones.
Oh, okay.
Just for the
Ambiance. Yeah. What did you smell?
Before I even knew this was the exercise, I had lit a sage. Sage, and did a whole sage thing. And then it was like, do a fancy smell. And I was like, already done.
I love sage. I love clearing
sage.
out the spaces.
Me too.
Oh, it's so nice.
So nice. Wear your favorite item of clothing for no special occasion. You did?
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing this. It's so comfy.
On a white lace top.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, I'm going to wear what I like.
Yeah.
And it's, guess what? A big t-shirt, just like I liked when
there
I
you
was
go.
7.
Yep.
And this is just from like Buffalo Exchange, but
yeah,
I love it.
This dress, I never really wear it anymore. It's so comfy. It's one of my favorites. I'm wearing comfy slides for shoes today. It's like, let's just... rock something we love.
And we should always, because the outfit I had on was more like, oh, this is more aesthetically like, this is what I should wear to a podcast and what's going to look good. Instead of like, what do I love?
Right.
Okay,
there we
great.
go.
Collage, number 7, collage. Collect a stack of magazines. We know what collaging is. Think of this collage as a form of pictorial autobiography. Include your past, present, future, blah, blah, blah. We know collaging. So London has an example.
I brought a collage
here.
for anybody just listening. In the center, it says, "You're doing amazing, sweetie."
Oh,
and
this is beautiful, London.
Yeah, I have some words that stood out to me, some images. I put a like Buddha on it because I always feel like you should have something of like the higher spirit. I have a big feather. I always think feathers are lucky. And, you know, that's my...
Beach, expeditions, draw, feathers, the planet. You like Earth?
Earth, travel.
Travel, got it.
Money.
Yarn, healing touch, kids, empire. What's this? Because you want to crochet shoes?
I just like the sneaker.
It's beautiful, London.
Some are deeper than others, but that's it.
I have been collaging.
What's this collage app you're talking about?
Okay, it's called Shuffles and it's part of Pinterest. It's their like
what?
App. And I have so many collages that I just have been doing.
These are amazing. And okay, Shuffles.
It's called Shuffles, and me and London love to collage.
Love collaging.
And the fact that it's this like virtual collage, I've been doing one like every night. And
sometimes the physical act of like
cutting and pasting
and finding and searching maybe is fun. But
you do have to search on this.
Do you just tap like fairy?
You like go through.
Okay, you pick
can,
your background.
You can search whatever you want. So I've actually already been collaging like every night. It's been like my pastime and hobby, and I love it so much.
That's so much fun.
I highly
love
recommend Shuffles app if you're a collager. Quickly list 5 favorite films. Go.
Amelie,
I knew you were
Super
gonna say
Bad, The Darjeeling Limited, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Jackie Brown.
Wow.
Your turn.
Julie and Julia. Legally Blonde, Pitch Perfect, 6 Days to Air, Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh, yeah. Good ones. They ask if you have any themes with your movies. Mine, I feel like, are a bit all over the place when I was thinking, but she says to put them in your collage.
She does.
I couldn't really find photos.
Yeah,
but
think of that.
I don't need to manifest Super Bad in my life.
Now, name your favorite topics to read about. I put memoirs, self-help, cozy mysteries. You know, I like a cozy mystery.
I like nonfiction, like learning autobiographies.
Yeah, memoir.
Yeah, learning about people's lives.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. Add those to your
collage. And then give your collage a place of honor. Even a secret place of honor is all right. In your closet, in a drawer, anywhere that is yours. So that's that. That's chapter 7.
For my artist date this week, I went to ballet.
London.
I know. I don't care if I repeat
beautiful.
that as my artist date.
Well,
if it gets me going to ballet.
I felt like my artist date was going to yoga.
Yeah.
And I really think just like having...
As long as we go into it with the mindset that it is an artist date.
How many times did I say yoga today? It's like last episode.
Right. We said yoga more than God this time. That's progress.
I don't think we said God this
episode.
Either.
So.
Oh, good. Alex is drinking. Yoga. Anytime I say yoga, drink.
Bingo. But this one has a lot. This is a good chapter.
Really,
I don't know if
really
it touched me
chapter
as much previous times when we did The Artist Way as much as this time, which is something I'm finding special about doing the book at different times in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think we can put some of these things into action. Well, I want to do another 30-day challenge.
Yeah. So the takeaway from this chapter is you're going to do a 30-day challenge. Did I say I'm going to do a 30-day challenge?
No, you said about making more sketches.
Yeah. Oh,
if you want.
I set a deadline. I need to set a deadline.
That's right.
I need to set deadlines for these things.
But that you actually are held accountable for.
Yeah, not just me saying I want
to If you want to do deadline thing, like where you're like, I'll have to pay you $100 if I don't get this done. I'll be your banker.
I can do that, but I have spent the money before.
Excuse me?
I did this with Charlotte one time. We were like, okay, we're going to pay. I spent like $60 on an app where like if I didn't lose the weight.
What?
And I ended up just like handing over money. And then I've done that with my friend too.
I've
given her money.
A bit. Okay, so we won't do that again. An app actually exists that you have to pay them if you don't do something?
Oh, yeah. There's also apps where, like, if you don't get out of bed at time, you pay money to an organization you despise.
What?
Like, I would have to pay money to, like, Pro Guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's also an accountability situation.
Oh, my word.
It'll get you out of bed.
It will get you out of bed.
I've tried every accountability there is.
That is... But how do they know if you do it or not? Is it on you?
We have to look into that. I never did the one where I have to pay money to the organization I don't
despise. Oh my gosh. So, okay.
I'm July create deadlines and accountability.
Do you have anything in July that you want to share about anything comedy and life that's going on?
No.
Coming up?
No. I don't have any like tour dates this month.
You're giving yourself
I'm giving myself a break.
Summer vacation.
Yeah. What about you?
That's great. I am full on wedding mode and getting it done. Oh, veil update.
Tell me.
I'm making my own veil.
Yeah.
I have done it. It's fantastic.
Oh, London, that's amazing.
So there was an issue with when I walked, it just like didn't hold.
Uh-huh.
So I got this white electrical wire offline and I sewed in wire to the edge, and now it just holds its shape beautifully.
How much money did
Yeah,
you
it's
save
costing me a lot.
by making it yourself?
Zero. It's going to cost me more.
Okay.
I do
but
not.
It's a fun project that you've loved doing.
Well, now that I've gotten the bottom figured out, my veil's going to walk better than one that I would buy in a store.
Great.
And
you can start selling.
Not that
making it Etsy shop.
Not that anybody remembers how the veil hung at any wedding they ever attended. But mine will be hung nicely. I did look into like wedding veil weights. They're $80. It's insane. So
this wedding industry, so much.
$8.99. I got some white electrical wire. And we're in business, baby.
You are so crafty.
I am.
Wow.
I've been very crafty. But no, new things on the horizon. We're doing the artist way. Good opportunities are going to come into our life.
30-day challenge. I want to hear about it next
I don't even
time.
know. Like, it's so hard now to, like, I have to go out of town next week. Like, oh, when do I start? And life. And, like,
I know.
There's no good time to start. You got to just start.
I know. Well, it's the beginning of the month for us right now.
I know.
So
I'm
this
also
is a good time to
eating
start.
Healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing
I'll give you an update next week. I'm gonna look into it and see when I can get that 30 days going. I'm excited.
Well, I can't wait.
Follow me on Instagram, Made by London, because that's where I'll be sharing all the.
Yes, Made by London. I'm Chase_O'Donnell.
And please follow, like, share, write a comment.
We love hearing from you.
We love it. If you're listening to the podcast, check out the YouTube video.
Or write a review.
Or write a review.
We would love that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.